How many of you have ever tried to drink and drive? Most people are guilty. Some think, oh, it's only a few minutes until my house, or, oh, I didn't have that many, I'm okay. But most people don't think that it can change your entire life by making that one seemingly small mistake. We all know it's wrong to drink and drive. It's illegal. We see commercials about it. We read the newspapers. We see it on the news. And we hear about it constantly. We all know it's wrong. But we don't think anything bad is ever going to happen when we're choosing in that second that we're okay to drive. We all know what can happen, but we choose to ignore it. You can get in an accident. You can hurt yourself. You can hurt others. You can cause damage to property. You can get arrested, pay fines, wreck your vehicle. The list goes on and on. Well, until January of this year, I thought, since I've always been smart and haven't drunk and drove, that this topic would never affect me. But let me tell you a little story about that. On January 10th of this year, my sister and her two best friends were driving home about 10:30 at night when another driver coming the opposite direction ended up hitting their vehicle, which caused my sister to die and her best friend. Her best friend was killed instantly, and my sister was airlifted out but died by the time she got to the hospital. My sister was 19 years old, so to say the least, this has been devastating to our family. The girl that hit her was also only 20 years old, and she was drinking. Even though my sister and her two friends were being smart and they were having fun, they were listening to music, just being 19-year-old kids on their way home, that didn't matter that they made the right choice. They weren't doing anything wrong because somebody else made that wrong choice. Now that I've shared that little bit of a story with you, I'm going to share the overall statistics that may help you show just how close to home that it can hit. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, every 2 minutes, a person is injured in a drinking and driving crash. By the time this speech is over, 3 people have been hurt by drinking and driving. Think of all the people that you pass on the road every day. That could be your next victim. The mom with her babies in the back seat coming home from grandma's house. The bus full of kids on their way home from a sporting event. The family that's coming back from vacation. Could be anybody. Think of how many times, maybe if you live in a small town, how many people you've passed that you've known. That could be them. My sister, she knew the girl that hit her. They were friends on Facebook. I've run into posts of my sister's page on her Facebook page. She's had pictures that she's posted, and that girl has commented on her picture saying how pretty she was. They were friends. They knew each other. It's a small town. Just think that could happen to you. Mothers Against Drunk Driving say that at least 10,000 people died in a drinking accident last year. That's one person every 52 minutes. By the time you've watched your new favorite episode on TV, somebody's died. You can easily prevent this. You simply just need a backup plan. Have fun all night. Get silly, get crazy, but just have a backup plan. If you know you're going to drink and you think you may drink too many, call a friend. Have a family member wait for you. A taxi, public transportation. There's plenty of people out there that would be willing to drive you home. If you're lucky and no one gets hurt, the consequences can still include insurance rates increasing, paying for other people's damages, jail time, heavy fines, You can lose your job if you lose your license. And the embarrassment. Think of your family and friends, how embarrassed you would be if you had to lose your license because you were drinking and driving. I explained the obvious dangers of drinking and driving, but I hope that I helped you better understand what can happen to you or your family if you choose to do so. If that girl that hit my sister would have heard this, maybe I would have had more than just this necklace, this bracelet, my memories, my pictures that I have of her Facebook page that I stalk every day now just because I want to just remember her every chance I get. Maybe I would have more than just that. My sister was beautiful. She had so much to live for. And now all I have left is my parents crying to me, my siblings, my beautiful son and daughter that will never remember their aunt. Now that is all I have left. Because somebody chose to drink and drive, even though they were being smart. Somebody else decided not to be.